Good evening,
Good
everybody,
evening.
and welcome to Limitless and Unfiltered.
Welcome. Just so you know, guys, this is an off the cuff episode. It is 9:37 p.m. and we are both exhausted.
Fucking tired. Not exhausted, fucking tired.
So, I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Fuck. Whatever. Yeah, so what were we talking about?
Yes,
Oh,
so we're in the works right now. Our next launch is going to involve other mompreneurs and other entrepreneurs, other super women onto our podcast so that we can pick their brain and kind of find out how the fuck they maneuver things on a
yep.
daily basis with there only being 24 hours in a day. I thought I was batshit crazy. Some of the ladies that we know are like next level. They put us to shame, Maria.
Yeah, truthfully. Well, I got so obsessed with like figuring out why I don't sleep and can still function because everybody asks me that. They're like, "How do you sleep so little and still function at such a high capacity throughout your day?" And apparently there's like a small percentage of people in the world that have a gene in them. And I can't remember the gene. I'll have to figure this out. But there's a gene in us that we do not need sleep. And I know this is like contradictory to like the whole last episode that we did about like the hustle culture and all that. It's not that we don't need sleep, it's that we are okay functioning on like 5 hours of sleep. And I always thought my dad was crazy because he was like that. And it turns out that I'm my father's daughter.
Yeah. See, like for me, I used to be able to function with no sleep. Now I'm like, I'm not nice. I need sleep. I need it. Like, I need it. I need my brain to recharge. And I find that it's been so much harder now with a baby. Like, I would say before I was able to function with like very little sleep, but now having a baby for some reason, it's like a million times harder.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is. I won't even lie. It definitely is. I think the newborn stage was harder for me in terms of like lack of sleep and obviously breastfeeding and pumping with both my kids. I feel like that takes so much energy out of a woman's
Yeah.
body. Like you must feel it because are you still pumping?
Not in, no, I like at the beginning I was, which was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what a chore. But yeah, no, not at all. Which I'm okay with
Yeah.
because I was able to get back to like somewhat of a regular programming with my routine, knowing that my husband could feed the baby, or when my mother-in-law comes over to take care of him 3 days a week, like she's able to help out, right? But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it for as long as you did. Like, kudos to you.
It's exhausting, man. Yeah, for my
Yeah.
daughter, I did it until she was 12 months. And my son, I did it, I think he was like 9 months. And I only stopped with him because he bit me. And yeah,
Oh,
he bit me and cut me open. I was like, fuck, no, no more. You're cut off.
you're cut off, literally.
Yeah, literally. My nipple was almost cut off. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So going back to you mentioning that your husband was taking off, like how do you manage
Mm.
to be at home with two small children while your husband's away for work? Like how how do you run your household? Like that must be so hard.
It is. I can't say that it's not. I definitely that saying that like it takes a village. It takes a village. And it's I think that I can maneuver it well because I kind of have a routine already set with them. So there are certain days that I take them to their school, for example, and their school is like a little village and they love being there. And even if it gives me 5 hours, like it gives me 5 hours, which is, time to decompress or run errands without them because it's so much easier to run errands without your kids and like taking them in and out of
Yes.
their seats, right? So I use those days primarily for like errand running. And then my mom takes the kids one day a week so that I can fully work a 12, 13, 14 hour hygiene day. And then
Oh
I'm
my
with them the
God.
rest of the week. So, I mean, there's days where I don't have them, which is, I think, what balances out when Juan's not here, because it would be tough to be with them 24/7 and not have, the help of other people. But that took a while for me to accept the help, right? And accept
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna bring them somewhere, right? And then when they're here, like it's full chaos. And even when they go to school or they go to my mom's, it's still obviously then I have the two kids for like dinner and bedtime, right? So that's when kind of like the witching hour hits and it's now all hands on deck is usually that time. Like Juan's helping me, I'm helping one of the kids, and it's just like when he's gone, that's probably the most frustrating part for me because they are tired and they just want to go to bed, and it's just like they don't listen. It's just like
Mm.
teeth routine, like brushing, like, okay, let's, my daughter has super curly hair, so it's like getting her hair all the way up so that she doesn't get it all naughty to sleep. Like, it's all the tiny things that add up. But I'm definitely grateful that they go somewhere, some of those days. And I know
Yes.
for some moms, I actually just saw this reel today where it was like working moms bashing stay at home moms and then stay at home moms bashing working moms. And I feel like I'm both. So I'm like, why are we bashing one over the other? Both are so hard. Like, both.
Yes, like working moms, let's be real, like that's hard. Like you go to
Hmm.
work all day, you're pooped from that, but then you have to go home and work your other full-time job, right? So, yeah, like that's difficult. But
Hmm.
like being a stay-at-home mom is not easy. Like especially if you have multiple children. Like trying to juggle all of that and like 24 hours in a day, that like there's
Yeah.
not enough hours. There's not enough waking hours to like get stuff done. And I don't know about you, Maria, but like I'm maybe it's our profession too, but like I'm super OCD when it comes to like keeping the house clean. And like I'm like a neat freak. Like I've always lived as if my house was like a model home.
Damn, Jenny.
Yes, like I'm a freak of nature when it comes to like keeping things like super meticulous, right? Like meticulous is my word. Perfection. Like I remember when my husband started dating me, he's like, this house is not lived in, right? Like, I'd have my cleaning lady come every 2 weeks and like it is what it was because
Yeah.
like that's just how I enjoyed living and I still enjoy living that. But now it's like I've got fucking three boys in the house. My husband, the dog, and the baby, and they're
Hmm.
fucking pigs sometimes. And it drives me crazy. Like the disaster. Like in the morning, the house is tidy. Because, like, in the morning, I go, I tidy everything up.
Hmm.
By lunchtime, it's a fucking pigsty again.
I would love to see what pigsty means for you. Because knowing you, it's not a pigsty.
To me, it's a disaster. I'm like, it's like a tornado in here. Like, as soon as I put the pillows on the couch, the dog's on the couch kicking the pillows off.
Nice.
Like, that is my life. But I don't know about you, but for me, it's like it makes the hair on my back stand up when the house is not organized. And I don't know if for any of the listeners today, if anyone else feels that way, but like for me, it's like if my house is not in tip-top shape, I am like internally angry.
Now, do you do a like nighttime reset for the day, for the next day? Or do you do like a morning, like, okay, let's tidy up before the day starts?
So it's either or. It
Ah,
depends on like how I'm feeling. Like tonight we're filming pretty late. So for me it's like I'm going to bed after this. So
yeah.
I will wake up in the morning and I'll kind of tidy things up. But typically I do enjoy doing it before bed because then it's kind of like I'm like at ease because I'm like, okay, everything's tidy, clean, go to bed, and I wake up like with new beginnings in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
The downfall right now about doing that is my husband is on pat leave for 15 weeks.
Nice.
Which is amazing because we're renovating some like we're doing our backyard and
Hmm.
like he's getting a lot of house stuff done, which I'm like super grateful for. So we have lots of trades like coming in and out. But it's like that being said, my husband loves playing video games late at night with his buddies and he's a snacker. So like I go downstairs and like there's shit everywhere. Falling asleep on the couch and then, I'm like, oh, well, so much for cleaning up because it's a
Yeah.
freaking holy mess. But anyways, on the usual, I'm typically nighttime tidy everything up so that I'm waking up to like a clean, fresh space.
So there's this quote that I have heard so many times, and it will resonate really well with you because I feel like this is exactly like your personality. It is a lady that I listen to. Her name is Debbie Neal, and her podcast is called Level Up by Debbie Neal. You need to go listen to that. It's phenomenal for mindset. Now, she says, how you do anything is how you do everything. And it really resonated with me because the moments of my life where I have been very much like you, like, okay, I need to tidy before bed. And if it didn't happen before bed, I need to do it in the morning, have been the parts of my life that have been the most abundant, the most like successful. Like everything just runs so much more smoothly. And the second that I veer away from that and I let things get messy and I'm just like, oh, I'll just do it another day, or, I'll let this pile up, or I'll let this, it's like everything else becomes chaotic. And so that quote is so, so true, because how you do one thing, you're going to carry it with everything. Like, are you a person that wakes up and is like, I got to do my bed?
Okay, so that's the only downfall. Okay, I used to be like that.
Uh-huh.
But then I just got to this point where this is where I was like in my workaholic mode,
Mhm.
Maria. I'd be like working 8 until 8. So I was like, fuck this. Why am I going to make my bed? Because I'm just coming home to shower to go right back into it.
Yeah.
So I got myself into a bad habit. So that's like the one thing
Yeah.
I'm
Do.
not rigid with.
Yeah, but everything
And
else
I
you are.
should be. But yes, go on about that.
I'm just saying, like, it's most people that you listen to and like, oh, successful people in podcasting, the first thing that they
True.
say is like, get up and do your bed. And it's in my head to do it, because I'll be transparent with you. Like, I am polar opposite of what you just described. Like, yeah, you see my hair? Okay, it's
Yeah.
that's my house sometimes, and it drives me mental. It's not that I actually enjoy that, because I don't. Like, I even I just sent Juan a reel about how if my work environment, aka my space and my living area, is in a mess, my head is a mess. Like, my brain just doesn't function. There's nothing better than working in a space where it's just like everything is neat and tidy, and like it's
Yes.
almost like I mean, there is science behind that. I definitely have read on studies on like how a
Yes, there
messy
is.
space like is not good for your brain. Like,
Yeah.
not good for creativity, none of that, right? So, yeah, I sometimes get into these like, oh my God, it's been a week where I've watched the same thing sit there, like, why haven't I put it away, you know? And I think that part of that comes with how quickly I had kids back to back. And I kind of let that go. And it's funny, my parents are going to listen to this and be like, that's fucking bullshit. She's messy since day one. So, mom, yes, yes, I know. You told me to clean my room all the time. But all in all, like, I do admire people who, like, keep everything nice and tidy, because I'm like, that's the way it should be.
Yes.
Love that.
That's how I like it.
Yeah.
It irks me when things are like that.
In
Yeah.
their place.
In their place, everything has a home.
Nice. I
So,
have a question for you.
of
Um,
course.
you guys are heading on your vacation.
Yeah, so
Um,
it's going to be our first vacation since December of 2023.
is it it's first vacation with baby?
Baby's not coming. I know.
Stop.
Yeah, so we're going for a wedding
Okay.
slash Anthony's 40th birthday.
Okay.
We're going to Miami and I'm excited, but like it hasn't truly hit me yet because so like I said, we haven't been on vacation together since December of 2023.
Hmm.
Um, what else? Oh my gosh,
Overdue for sure.
very much overdue. And I haven't been on vacation in nearly a decade, in the sense of a stress-free vacation.
Hmm.
Because when you're a business owner, going on vacation, it's not like someone who's just an employee
Hmm.
going on vacation. Like
Hmm.
when you leave work, you leave everything at the door and you can actually go on vacation and enjoy yourself because you are not thinking about like the bills that you have to pay for your business or the employees you have to pay or the ordering, whatever the
Answering
case may be,
emails.
right? Yeah. Oh my God, yes, checking the emails, cancellations, rescheduling, all that bullshit. This is going to be the first one in nearly a decade where I can actually go on vacation and be present.
Hmm.
Like every vacation, I was never fully present because I was constantly always stressing about what I had to
Something.
do, what I didn't do, what I have to plan to have done, like all of these things, checking emails, getting upset about emails, like
Hmm.
all of that crap. I will no longer have to worry about. And it's like it hasn't really truly hit me like internally. You know how you get like that feeling of
Yeah.
like, oh, excitement hasn't hit me yet because I'm like, is this actually real?
Is this real life?
Is it real life? But I'm getting there. I'm super stoked about having this trip and being with my husband because like him and I like life right now is like it's hard.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you don't truly get to spend time together.
No.
And obviously we have another episode planned to talk about like, keeping the spark alive in your marriage or your relationship when it comes to having a family. But like one person's on, one person's off. Like it's very rare when you guys can come and collide together to like spend time together because like the first couple of years you're just handing each other off
The baby.
duties and just you're just in survival mode. You're just like trying to get shit done and get to a place in your family life where like it's a little bit smoother. It'll never be smooth, but smoother.
Yep. Yep. So how do you feel, because this is your vacation without baby, how do you feel leaving baby behind?
I I feel okay about it. Like we feel okay about it. I know that there's probably parents out there who would be like, "How could you leave your 6, 7 month old baby at home?" But we have a really great support system. My mother-in-law is amazing. They're just amazing. My in-laws, my mom is amazing. My husband's like our families are just phenomenal, right?
Hmm.
So like we have a village who are there for us, right? And
Yeah.
so they're showing up and they're going to be helping us while we're away.
Yeah, it's
And
an extension of you.
exactly, 100%. And like our family adores him. Like he's the first grandchild on both
Both
sides,
sides.
right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, so like, he's everything,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So no, everyone just and he's a really good baby.
Oh, it's
He's a joy.
amazing.
So yeah, we're super stoked and excited about it. Yeah.
Amazing. We didn't take a solo vacation without the kids
Uh,
until literally, when was that? Last year, 2 years ago. I feel like it was 2 years ago. I don't remember. I actually don't remember. But they were older. Like they were much older than months. And I remember being like, yeah, I'm so excited to go. I'm so excited. And then I got to the airport and I was like, oh my God. Like that's when I was like, oh my God, we left the kids. It felt like Home Alone. Like we left the kids. Like something's
yeah.
wrong. But we got on the plane and I cried the whole way to Mexico. We went to Mexico. It was actually for Juan's like work trip that he earned. And we went to Mexico. But the second I stepped into the resort, I was like, all right, buddy, let's go have some fun. Right? Without kids. But they were fine.
Yeah,
They were
it's
fine.
like
They didn't even miss us, man. Like I'll tell you that.
oh yeah, because they're just with like they're awesome
Yep.
peeps, right?
Oh yeah. They were living life with grandma. It was just like, oh, this is great.
Yeah. How old were they?
I think Nico was like 2. So maybe it was last year. Fuck, I don't remember. He was like 2 and Veronica was 3. So, yeah, they were fine. They were fine. I just felt like because we took the kids to Portugal, right? So their first trip
Mm,
was Portugal, and we went for 4 weeks. And like, let me tell you, it's hard. And I know there's
4 weeks.
like, yeah, we went to Portugal for 4 weeks. We hadn't gone anywhere since COVID because everything was shut down and we weren't allowed to go anywhere. So when we finally decided, okay, let's go do this, like we went to Portugal and spent 4 weeks there. And I see all these like family real stuff that's like, oh, vacationing with kids is just parenting in like another city. And kind of bashing it, right? Like it's not a vacation. That's what I've seen. Like, oh, it's not a vacation. But I didn't feel that way. Like I felt like the kids loved it. We loved it. Sure, it was a shit ton of work. Of course it was. You're lugging around 1,000 things that you wouldn't do if it was just you and your partner. But just seeing their face, like explore the world, I was like, oh shit, this is worth it. Like
And
totally
being on
worth
the
it.
plane for the first time, like, do you remember? I don't know about you, but like, I remember when they used to like let us go to like the cockpit. It's called a
Yeah.
cockpit, I think,
Yeah.
where the pilots
Yeah.
are. And I don't know, I thought that was like always so fun. Now I'm like scared shitless to fly,
You're
but
kidding.
yeah, like as I get older, I
Yeah.
get worse.
No.
Yeah, I
Why? What is
do
it?
not. I don't like flying over water. I don't like flying over land. I think I've watched too many movies
Yeah.
and too many bad things have been happening lately. So that's why I haven't like been super eager about like traveling because I'm like, it's okay.
Hmm. No, it's the
Yeah.
safest mode of travel. Remind yourself that it's the
No,
safest
I
mode of
know
travel.
for sure. Like it. it's more common for people to get into a car accident than to get into a plane crash.
That's
But
right.
yeah, for me, I cannot grasp the concept of something that is so heavy that is staying in the air for hours on end. You know what I mean? Let's just say I was never good at physics. So, yeah.
Me neither. I hated that so
Yeah.
much. Physics was not my
Anyways,
friend. Yeah,
yeah. That's all you got for me tonight, Maria.
that's
I'm
fine.
tapping out, girl.
Oh, this will be short and sweet.
So, like we mentioned, we're going to have some pretty awesome guests come up onto the show and chat about business and life and health and keeping shit real.
Yep. Yeah, we're zonked today, so
Yeah,
this is what you get from us, and this is part of being unfiltered.
I know.